Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the third part of FOSS Days. On Wednesday, February the 4th, we attended the policymaker session, and yesterday, the final general conference, which focused on the entire FOSS project, with a particular focus on the demo sessions for the marketplace services. Today, we're focusing on the FOSS cloud infrastructure and marketplace with Mario Sicuranza and Rocco Paolillo. Thank you for your participation. I'll give you the floor to Mario Sicuranza. Enjoy the rest of the day, and we see you at the end of the session. Thank you to everybody. For you, Mario.
Thank you, Marco. Do you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
Really clear.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm Mario Sicuranza, Technologies at ICAR CNR. We did the FOSSR project. I share a presentation. I contributed to create the data center network and collaborated the development of the cloud infrastructure marketplace and resource management portal. This morning, I will provide a brief introduction to what we have achieved for the FOSS project, followed by a live demo on how to use the marketplace. Our mission is to build the first Italian open cloud for social science. So the main goal of the project, as we know, was to create a cloud platform that integrates the 3 Italian research infrastructure nodes, SESDA, Share, RISIS, Guide, GGP, and FOSSR developed services. Some of these services were shown yesterday at demo corners. The platform offers a single point of access and a set of innovative services for collecting, managing, and analyzing economic and social data, all while respecting 5 principles. These federated platforms allows for open and shared data access through user-friendly interfaces. It federates servers and hardware resources into an integrated system based on a network of data center distributed across various CNRs institutes. The FOSSR project is built in 4-tier architectures designed to manage and deliver research data. Tier 1 network of data center, the physical foundation of the project. The layer 2 cloud computing platform, the layer that hosts virtual resources. Tier 3 data management offers tools for organizing and collection data. The Tier 4 access and application services, the user-facing portal and marketplace. In the next slides, I will describe the entire 4-tier FOSS architecture, starting from the physical one. For each tier, I will present the current status, use some demonstrative slides. The data center network consists of 5 nodes, 2 first-level nodes in Naples and Palermo, 2 second-level nodes in Turin and Catania, and 1 in Pisa. The data center communicates via a dedicated mesh networking on the GAR network. Moving into technical details, the nodes located in Naples and Palermo represent the core nodes of our infrastructure. These centers host hundreds of servers and integrated CPU, technology, high capacity storage, and modern network solution. Specifically, these primary nodes are characterized by a dual infrastructure, one dedicated to high performance computing and another to cloud computing. Regarding the specific technical specification, Napoli nodes, for the Napoli nodes, the high performance computing infrastructure includes 65 servers and 20 GPU. The cloud computing section provides an additional 62 servers and over 1 petabyte of object storage. These sites also utilize a leaf and spine network architecture to optimize data flow. In addition to our primary, in addition to our primary nodes, we have a specialized center in Catania and Turin. Catania nodes is strongly oriented to HPC computing, utilizing 4 different SXMI NVLink GPU and 16 servers for high performance tasks. Instead, Turin nodes is more focused on cloud computing services. Despite this specialized orientation, the entire infrastructure is designed to be flexible, allowing us to adapt and reconfigure resources to meet the different and evolving requirements of the FOSSR infrastructure project. The visual representation illustrates the state with some pictures, the state of the nodes, following the full installation of all hardware components. As previously said, the cloud platform constitutes the second level of the 4-tier architecture level. The platform allows for the orchestration of complex applications. It's possible to allocate resources effectively using scheduling policies that are coherent with the DNSH principles to ensure environment sustainability. As shown here, our cloud computing platform focuses on 4 key areas. The main services is shown in this slide include data center integration, container and virtual machine manager. It's also possible to manage resource monitoring, data archiving, virtual research allocation. The platform provides storage, networking, and security. In this slide, we look at cloud deployment schema on the 5 data centers. We are finalizing the development of the portal for managing cloud computing infrastructure resources. This slide shows the administrator dashboard. With this application, admin gives a global view of the infrastructure status and resource usage for both container as services and interface and infrastructure as services. It displays active project with requested CPU, number of nodes, memory usage, and these information are refreshed every 5 minutes. From the menu, administrator can manage project, virtual machine and container requests, HPC request, security, DNS, details, the request from user with only one interface. This is not the marketplace site, but the managed resource of cloud computing. Users start by creating a new project, providing a project name, selecting the required service, and adding a short description. This step formalizes the resource request and acts as the main container for all virtual machines, containers, and other services associated with the project. The administrator can review project creation requests with the full details, requests, selected services, and associate a particular tier, a particular bundle. For each service, the platform shows allocated random access memory, number of instances, the number of CPU cores, storage volume, and the maximum number of IP address, enable a quick capacity of assessment for the administrator. Within an approved project, user can request new virtual machine from the interface as a service. They specify virtual machine name, choose an ISO image to upload, select availability zone, configure network port, for example. Once submitted the request, enters an administrative workflow for validation and provisioning these requests. The administrator is able to see a list of virtual machines requests with project name, user, request, address, ports, and so on. The table also shows timestamp and other important information for the administration to manage this request. The platform also support container as services, allowing user to request for example, new Kubernetes-based containers by specifying the name, the container image, the request of CPU. In this way, will be simple to upload all services developed for FOSSR project, the service that we yesterday saw. User, in fact, can configure the port, the environment variables, and all information for this scope. Okay, for the next step of architecture, the 3-layer, the platform used to upload virtual machines and service provides a set of data management service, which are shown in this slide. Storing, analyzing, query, retrieving, and sharing large collections of anonymization social science data for research purposes. Generation of detailed statistics to the user about the usage and power consuming with respect their workshop and other information and functionalities in this case. The data curation services has been developed, currently, the service is hosted on a server machine outside the FOSS infrastructure, as we know. The main feature showed in this slide of the service include data exploration, so a dedicated home page to search and filter database dataset based on categories and levels. Dataset important, intuitive interface to drag and drop file supporting, for example, CSV files or XLS files, and assign them to a specific categories or group. Activity monitoring for the administrator, which contain a comprehensive history table to track file uploads, check processing status, and so on. The final level of this four-tier architecture consists of the access services. Through the portal and the marketplace, users can access all the services developed for FOSSR and hosted on its infrastructure. Clearly, this slide isn't exhaustive in terms of service developed. Here instead are the main service currently developed for the project. In the coming days, we will begin importing several virtual machine and container into FOSSR infrastructure. Okay, this slide introduces the FOSSR web portal. It serves a single point of access for cloud functionalities, using single sign-on for easy entry. Through this portal, users can access data and services via a dedicated marketplace. The marketplace allows to find and gives a single, as said before, a single entry point to all FOSSR services. Next, we're going to dive into market features with a quick presentation and a live demo. Thank you for attention. If it's okay, he'll now move on the next presentation, the marketplace focus. Okay, or there is an questions about that.
Mario, I have just one very short question. Thank you for your presentation, of course. There is one important point in this process that you describe, which is the one that happens just after the request from a user to enter one service and one or resources from the platform. And the step is the transfer of this request to the commission that has to check whether the single resources or the group of resources that have been requested can be allowed and under what conditions. But the most important thing is the commission has to check whether it's a user enabled for research purposes or study purposes. Where is this point in your flux, the position?
Okay.
It's not clear to me. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you for the question. This is a crucial concept for the workflow of a request. The portal that I showed doesn't focus this important task, because the administrator that receive this request have to do many other tasks outside of this requester portal. These tasks regarding absolutely the full coherence with the policy rules of the project, and it's important that the services is safe, is security, and we have to applicate a number of rules that to check this information, but outside of this portal request, because the request arrives to this portal after that all constraint is validate in the workflow validation of the request.
I have a small question for you. Which is the state of the art of the 4 data centers at the moment?
Okay, thank you, Marco, for the question. In this today, we finished the configuration of the network to guarantee the possibility to have a fast connection between Naples data center and Turin data center, and with Palermo data center. Today have trouble with the Catania data center due to network configuration between Catania and Naples data center. But next days we finished all configuration, and I'm ready to receive all. I'm ready to start the phase to install all FOSSR services in our infrastructure. So for a few days we can call the project FOSSR infrastructure, as said before, Marco, said yesterday, Marco, when you said one important goal of the project is say FOSSR infrastructure, FOSSR cloud computing infrastructure. So a few days we are ready to start.
Thank you, Mario. Andrea?
Thanks, Mario, for your introduction and talk. I have a question on the flexibility of the platform in dealing with an evolving network of data centers. So, for instance, how flexible or how transparent is in order to manage not only failure, but also new addition of hardware or even changes that for sure we will have in the future.
Okay, thank you, Andrea, for the question. Yes, at the start of the project, we think about the flexibility of the all nodes of the data centers in to guarantee in future the extend with the new hardware, because we know technological go in the future with another kind of architecture, another kind of hardware to realize artificial intelligence algorithm and so on. So we are ready to extend with the other kind of hardware the data center that are ready to there are other space to other hardware, physical hardware, but the architecture is more flexible to add new hardware, but new services is flexible both cloud computing infrastructure and high performance computing infrastructure. And all nodes are peculiarity in cloud computing or HPC. For example, the Catania nodes are more oriented to high performance computing instead of cloud computing, because at this moment we have some trouble to connection. It is not possible guaranteed the minimum level of services from Catania to Naples, for example, for hot backup or other functionalities as HPC. But the entire infrastructure is flexible and allowing us to adapt and reconfigure, as said before, our hardware, our resources to meet specific and evolving the requirements of the new requirements.
Giovanni?
Mario, thank you for your presentation. It was very clear. I have just one, I mean, a little picky question, but probably I could have been missing something because I received a little call, so I missed some part of your presentation. Last time you presented the demo of the platform of the portal. One important question was about registering all the access, is not just the initial access, but also the interaction of the user with the platform. And in particular, the idea that introduces some counters that could basically count, of course, the number of times that a certain item has been downloaded or possibly viewed or possibly explored. In my opinion, this is not just a silly point, but totally differently. It is very central. Why? Because yesterday, when we were speaking about, when we heard the speech by Maineri about Odyssey, I realized that it's, in my opinion, whenever one is going to present something about an infrastructure, it is essential not just provide all the functionalities, but also some KPI. And these KPI are essential for internal validation, internal monitoring, and of course, external evaluation and external, I mean, understanding of what's going on with the infrastructure. And I would say even internally is extremely important, because time by time we might be more willing, more aware of what are the point of weakness that we can have, and where we can intervene for improving, for example, the readability of the platform, of the portal, and the accessibility rules, not in terms of the conditions, but in terms also of the easiness through which the user can experience the portal. And these are all elements of great importance, because we have to remember, I just repeat something that I said yesterday, but you know better than me, that the success of the infrastructure is not just on the services provided, but a lot on the community that find them not just useful, but also easy and I would say smooth to be used. If the experience is a complex experience, this is not a good thing, of course. But this is not a point. My point here is just whether, compared to the last demo where we raised these questions, if you remember well, this has been somehow addressed and sorted out. Thank you very much, Mario.
Yes, thank you, Giovanni. Yes, now we proceed with the demo for of the marketplace. Focus on the view, show the analytics that we add to functionalities of administrator to show this kind of request. And there are particular form for the user to collect, comment, and have some KPI information about the use of Marketplace and other comments from users that are service leader that add the services in a marketplace to guide this kind of workflow that you show. If it's possible, I proceed to go the presentation. Yes. To demonstrate how the marketplace works. Before with very quickly presentation and then with the demo. Okay.
Yes, Mario. If the people have other questions, so we can postpone at the end of your presentation of Marketplace. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. In addition to as said, in addition to a quick overview, we'll provide a live demo of the marketplace with the help of Rocco Paolillo, service leader of the synthetic population generator. He will show how search and create a service in marketplace. The marketplace is one of the two core tools of the for the FOSSR cloud computing platform. It's a portal that provides a structural set of features for both users and the administrator, ensuring the cloud service are used in a controlled way. There are three levels of users on the marketplace today: guest users, logged in users, and administrator. Guest user and the logged in users can browse the service catalog and select the resources they need. They are able to access to a service via a single sign-on in Marketplace. The search result can be different for each person, as each resource has its own visibility settings. It's possible for a resource to be public or restricted to certain users. Only, for example, only for the logged in user. Only logged in users can add a new resource to the marketplace. Administrator, on the other hand, have tools to manage the catalog, configure services, and oversee all requests. This ensures that every process follows the cloud infrastructure policies, as said before. Let's look at the main features. First, the platform displays the research infrastructure as requested, connect to FOSSR, such as share, CESDA, RISES, guide, and so on. It's possible to link directly to this infrastructure and access their specific resource through the portal. The portal is here. It is useful, but okay. The marketplace provides a centralized service catalog organized by type and functional area. Each service has its resource page that describes its main features, purpose, and essential information for selection. It is possible for users to search, filter, and browse all availability services. This ensures a guided experience, making it easy to make informed choices. This slide shows the different menus on the marketplace homepage. This section allows for navigating resources based on the last addition, feature, publication, activity types, and it's also possible to explore resources through the trending topics or the most discussed keywords. A first kind of tool of a marketplace is a search bar. The search bar allows to find resources such as service, dataset. I can switch on the web portal. In this way, it's possible to filter the search, all categories or resource and service, training materials, publication, or dataset. So it's possible to filter the results by type to find exactly what is needed. While typing, the name of a list of potential matches will appear. In this case, synthetic population generator, and so on. Once the search is submitted, all resources meeting the criteria will be displayed. When searching across all categories, for example, by typing, in this case, SYN, 3 potential resources are found, 2 services and 1 publication. It's possible to filter these results even further by using keywords categories or the document language and other kind of filter. So if I click on, for example, for synthetic population on this kind of service, a page opens with all the relevant information about that service or dataset. It's also possible to find, sorry for a switch from web portal and slide, but I try to give more information. It's also possible to find a direct link to the actual service itself, go to resource or service in this case. Later, my colleague Rocco Paolillo will give a live demonstration of the portal and show the specific contents of his service. This slide shows the results, for example, for a specific dataset search. It displays the dataset view and a data preview in the dataset. In addition to the preview, it's possible to download the with the final and the dataset. So it's possible to download the dataset and access all the relevant information of the dataset. In addition to searching and using services, a logged in user can also create their resources. They can then manage these resources through the personal user menu. As said before, Rocco Paolillo show with a demo. This slide shows some of the submission forms for a resource. As mentioned early, this will be shown in greater detail. It's possible to add information in both English and Italian language at the moment. After a user submits the creation request, it is possible for the administrator accept, modify, or cancel the submission. I will now leave the floor to Rocco Paolillo, acting as a login user and as a service leader. He will walk us through a live demo and demonstrate everything we discussing by adding this resource to Marketplace. Thank you, Rocco. Rocco, the floor is yours. And I don't know if you are able to share the screen.
Okay, can you see? All right.
Yes, yes, we can see it.
Great. So thank you, Mario. As said, I'm service leader of this service for the extraction of synthetic data, and we thought we will walk you through how to upload a resource service. So I'm here in the homepage. I go here, resource and services, create resources. Here we start. First of all, I have to select one name. So let's do demo SPG. We invent it. And I do this for Italian and English. I need to add a information of what this service is about. I prepared, so let's do copy and paste for the Italian version and for the English version here. Then accessible at where my service is located. So I copy the link to the virtual research environment where the service is located as container. We will show you later. Here we can skip. These are other metadata links we can link to the service. So we do delete. Okay, and then we start. So we are guided through who are the actors involved in the service. So we can start with the contributor, who created the service is me. I find my name here. I might add another as a contact person if someone wants to contact. So still I can find my name. And now we go to the properties. So properties are important because are basically the metadata we associate with the resource. First, access mode, I would say, and this is important. It means what type of service, what type of resource I'm providing is an open resource. And then we can see what is activity. No. Let's do another one. Activity, conference. Okay, service type. Yes, let's say it is a software. So identify this service as a software. And let's imagine I want to add other information that might be useful to identify my project. This might be the user target. So who are people I expect might be interested. Let's see, students. So studenti, and let's see, I want still to add another target, user target. Let's say policymakers. Here they go. As target, we can also have the sector target, because maybe a potential user may look through these keywords, and let's say academic. And let's add what can be very important, the keywords, meaning words associated with the service. Let's imagine synthetic data. Let's add 2 or 3 of them. So keywords.
Rocco, sorry, Rocco.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you, but what I do not understand is why the language is English, but then the options are in Italian.
Yes, on this question, thank you, Giovanni.
Sorry to be picky, but it's important.
Yes, now it's present only the value of the label that administrator add with front-end functionalities and back-end functionalities. But I asked to developer to add the functionalities to 2 kind of language on value. So Italian and English. In that way, we show only the language of
Okay. Thank you, Mario. Sorry, thank you.
Let's add another one. Let's say micro simulation, something more specific that I know might be interested. Let's do just one last keywords, demographics. Okay, so now add media. Yes, we can add some file to be associated, and I prepared here a short instruction of what people might will find in the virtual research environment. It has been uploaded, and let's add a thumbnail, so a logo of the service, which is the logo prepared from FOSSR. Submit. Okay, related items means items in the open market that might be related to this service. So we can look, and yes, there is the virtual research environment. So maybe we can link to show the association between these 2 elements. So now I've done everything. I save it first. Okay, so I go to my account. I should find my draft items here, the demo that I just prepared. I open again. It tells me it's a draft. It tells me what it look like. So you can see here the metadata, the service type, the sector that people might be interested in, the users. That is an open resource. Is there? That is a service, right? Yes, software. Okay, so I see what are the information, the link, and now I submit to Mario. So I go back to edit. This is what we did, submit. Okay, so Mario, what do you think? You can, we wait for Mario instruction, or you tell?
Okay, thank you, Rocco. I share my screen. I am administrator of Marketplace.
If you're sharing, I should stop sharing. Okay, we can see. So we can see what you're doing.
Okay. Okay, I am administrator on Marketplace. If I search demo, Rocco, I remember the name of. I don't. It's not a present.
Demo SPG. Demo SPG.
Okay, it's not.
Demo SPG.
So it's not present from search results now. In fact, the administrator have to admit this kind of content from Rocco. So in the functionalities of the administrator, there is items to moderate, where the administrator, after receive a notification, can go with these functionalities and approve, reject, or review this kind of content. So if I click on approve, all users are able to search this kind of services. Rocco, it's useful in my opinion. Show click on the services of synthetic generation population to show how to go to VRE services is possible after that. Okay, now if I search demo, there is a demo SPG with all information that Rocco added before. And if I go to service resource, I'm not able to access VRE with the administrator login, but with the Rocco user and Rocco user is able to access to this kind of service. But now I can show the single sign-on functionalities on Marketplace. In fact, I define a service test to test service to verify single sign-on functionalities. In fact, in this test, there are two different identity providers, one of the Marketplace ones, and the other is the identity provider of this test web services that is now only a web page to demonstrate this one. If I'm not logged on Marketplace and I click on go to service, I'm not able to access this kind of service. But if I log with my credentials and go to this service, I am authenticated on resources and I able to use this kind of service. But I think it's useful if Rocco Paolillo shows with his services that run on VRE environment at this moment. I leave the share with Rocco.
Okay. Can you see back the marketplace from my side?
Yes,
No.
yes, Rocco.
Yes.
Go on.
So let's go directly to the original service, the populations. Okay, now I go to resource or services. Can you see D4Science, another page, open it? Can you confirm if you're looking D4Science authentication? Because I'm
not yet.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe I have to set better what I'm sharing. Condividi invece questa scheda. Okay, now?
Yes.
Okay, understood.
D4Science.
So okay, now I'm entering into the virtual research environment, which is a service provided by FOSS. I can access with my academic records, since I'm part of National Research Council. Again. Okay, so now you should look synthetic populations generator, correct? You see a dashboard. Do you see the dashboard?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay, so this is okay. So this is the dashboard of the virtual research environment, which is a service provided by FOSS. If people then want to add the derivative service, and the virtual research environment allows to add services, as in this case, in the cloud computing platform, users will find the service already available. So this is the interface that guides users towards using the service. It tells you first upload your CSV file. So I open here, and I found a pre-uploaded dataset that I added. Okay, so what's going on? As I said, the service is aimed at extracting synthetic data from aggregated data. for instance, we have this data set, which is exactly the one I uploaded from Open Salute Lazio. These are healthcare data, where I have aggregates for gender, age, and 2 healthcare status, hypertension and heart failure, but I don't have the integrated data, so the counts of people who belong to each intersection of these variables. Only some conditions for age and HPT. So the algorithm I developed go through the possible combinations of independent variable, conditional probabilities if they are provided, and allows users to extract data. Second step, it's possible to rescale the population. The synthetic data extracted to different sizes of the population. I would say we can skip this, and maybe we can ask, choose a filter. Imagine I want only information on the gender, the case of males. This is just an example. So I will select, provides me the information about people who belong to category male, and I can select to aggregate the outcome to the whole categories or split to the subcategories, meaning ignoring female category, only males, all the cases of hypertension, age, and heart failure, because I didn't specify 20 per level in this case. So I do split, and now it tells me to execute here the command. So my request now has been sent to the D4Science servers, who will, it should appear here soon, hopefully, that it has been requested. Execution monitor, okay. Yes, so it's telling me, yes, 6th of February, so it's this one. It has been accepted, meaning I sent a request. Now it has been processed. It's running. So if people from the VRE wants to intervene, do it, because they develop it and might provide more information. So basically now the service has been sent, and the D4Science services are elaborating it. It might take just 1 minute, something like that. So no, we wait in the meantime. If you have questions from the audience, maybe in the meantime that you are waiting. No? Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can I, Rocco?
Yes.
Okay. So this is related to the service. I don't know whether this is the right time to do it, but I think because this service might in theory be super useful and very, very central in FOSSR, as long as it is also something that can be used for example, sometimes overcome a problem of data privacy and all these elements, right, as we discussed yesterday. My question is, in this example, you have showed, sorry, a comma-separated variable file that have been provided by the user. Is it right?
Yes. Yes.
And what you are asking is to generate a synthetic population from this data set. My point is, would it be possible or possibly implemented in the future the possibility to generate this directly from data sets that are within FOSSR? Let me just give you an example. You have understood, I see your face. But anyway, just for other people to know. Suppose that I get into a RISES data set, right? For example, about companies. And from this data set, I would like just to generate a synthetic population from this specific data set that might be, for example, the one on, let's say, fast-growing firms. Can I link this data set to this or directly in the platform, or have I to first download it as a CVS and then reload it inside? I mean, the second state, the second route is not that complex, but it would be very nice to have an integration inside. I don't know what's your what's your opinion about that?
Allora, I think it is doable because basically means you should have a REST API or request of any type that says I'm looking for this data set. It goes into the server or where the data is stored. It takes the server and runs on the code that might be implemented in the same server. And also, like the strategy now with the Dockering image is in the same server, maybe, or it's an external API. The code just needs to understand what are the variables in this dataset that now you're doing and able to, and then the code is basically the same. I mean, the algorithm is the same, but it means to implement within the server and be able to identify this variable. I think it's doable. It's some work that must be done because basically you are requesting a REST API. So I think it's doable, but it needs to be worked on. And I think once the data catalog is ready, should be not something impossible. It's maybe not something I can do right now, but I think it's something with training and some guidance from the engineering point of view, it should not be impossible.
Yeah. Let's see whether this might be a good idea, or if it is too bothersome, maybe it might be also useful just to work locally. You know what I mean? By just
when
now this is what we can do basically, right?
Yes, because developing the service first there was to deliver the service and develop the algorithm and guarantee that there was independence and that the service exists, and now the service can be included in combination with other service and other structures. So I think it's doable. It's basically a REST request.
Thank you, Rocco.
Yes. Do you see the interface now?
Yes.
Okay, great. So now it has been successful, means that it has been done. If I click here output, it gives you the metadata of this request. It gives me the input file that I gave him, and it gives me output. So this CSV file that I can use wherever I want. Let's save it here. I open Echo. Now I think you don't see now, right? You don't see a CSV file, am I correct?
No, we don't see that.
Now, okay, I should share again.
Yes, maybe it's
let's
another
do like
screen.
I stop this and I restart
Another window.
the sharing. Maybe it's intero schermo, forse così è meglio. Stop schermo. Now?
Yes.
Okay. This is the CSV file. Now I have the number of males who are under 30 years age, who have the HPT cases and not the heart failure, or who had the HPT cases but not heart failure. So it gives you the estimates for each cross category. That is the macro level information I can extract from the aggregated data. So this is how I use the service, and basically this is how the service works and how the implementation in the open market works as well. Do you have questions, or I can stop the sharing of the screen?
Rocco, sorry, can I have a question? Sorry. And because well, I'm very interested in this. I don't want to annoy other people, but we can speak about it later technically. But just a very short question. It's a very flash. And do you have any validating statistics about the quality of the extracted population, just to have a for example, we have something in the policy learning platform whenever we get results in terms of the quality of the treatment effects or that we have generated. I would like to know whether you have something similar in this case, and I would be also happy to discuss up with you about what kind of options we might have. Anyway,
in this field, these are the sorry, you were still asking, or can I reply? Okay, I can reply. Yes. In this field are essentially I can report the average percentage errors. So I generate on all population cross sections the estimated outcomes, the estimated marginals, predicted marginals, and observed marginals. I don't see if you can see the screen. There is another, no, maybe, yes.
Yes, I
Okay.
see. Yes,
yeah. Constraints. So observed, predicted, and average percentage error. So it's overlapped. Yes. And for the observed that he had an input, it gives you what is the outcome it generated with this strategy. And so it makes a ratio basically. And RMSE. These are the strategies that are used.
Why so? Okay, I don't want to spend time on this. We are going to speak about this later on. Thank you, Rocco.
Okay.
And Giovanni has started the Q&A space with this question.
Sorry, yes.
I have another one for Rocco. Thank you, of course, Rocco and Mario. I have for Mario, not Rocco, a question. How many services are implemented now in the FOSSR cloud?
Okay, thank you, Marco, for the question. I have a slide with that show this kind of information. Yeah. I don't know if now you see the
yes, the data centers configurations.
Okay, I want to say that a marketplace service is the only FOSSR developed service that now running on cloud computing infrastructure on FOSSR. I say that after marketplace demo because now it works all. So I'm able to say that in this moment the cloud, the server that are online in cloud computing infrastructure are all server in Naples node 62 and 16 servers on Catania. In the next days we are able to join us Palermo data center to add only for cloud computing infrastructure other 48 servers with huge amount of storage for cloud computing and then Catania. But as said before, the Catania's node is strongly oriented to high performance computing for two concepts. One is the network speed of Catania nodes. The other one is the different GPU that are available in Catania node. Because in Naples, Turin, and Palermo, we have a H100 NVIDIA GPU, but in Catania there are another kind of technology more oriented to high performance and large high performance computing with SXM NVIDIA NVLink GPU to guarantee to Catania node isolated node to do HPC computing a difference to the other nodes.
Thank you, Mario. I don't know if people, yes? Do you want to add something more?
Yeah. Yes, I want to close the demo on the marketplace.
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay.
Because we are at the end of our session.
Okay. Administrator, in addition to that Rocco shown, administrator can manage all incoming requests to add new resources through the moderation feature. The administration has a full control of the platform. it is possible for them to manage actors, sources, users, create or modify vocabularies, view reports, as asked Giovanni before, to obtain detailed analysis. For example, for the vocabulary, is able to add license, activities, and more. If in this page where are all information for the administrator, the reports that are present, the communication from user, for example, reports, feedback, suggestions that a particular user can send to administration, or there are analytics with, for example, the number of visitors, the views, the duration of the visit, the page visited, and other information on analytics for the marketplace. Thank you for the attention. Now I can say that Marketplace is on cloud computing infrastructure now.
Thank you, Mario. Emanuela raised the hands.
Yes, for a very short question. The access to the marketplace will be also available from the web page, is it?
Now, yes, it is possible to register a new account in Autonomous.
No, I mean, when I'm a user, I've been in contact with FOSSR. Generally, the first contact with FOSSR comes from the web page, because all users that are interested, they hear about some presentation, etc., goes to the web to the web page. And so where can they find a button which brings them into the marketplace?
Okay. Thank you for the question. Now the FOSSR is available at this kind of address, but we have to change this URL because we have to ask to Sistemi Informativi of CNR to give the same name of FOSSR.eu /marketplace and add this page in the link of FOSSR.eu. With Alessandra, we have to do this task. Yes. Now we use a DNS of ICAR Naples only to fast this kind of activities. Fast. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't know if there are other questions or suggestions, contribution. Giovanni, yeah.
Mario, just another little question. All the queries made in the first banner, are they registered or not? I mean, in other words, can we know what kind of queries a single user have done using the main banner?
Yes, there are two kinds of functionalities. Front-end functionalities for administrator that have an aggregate information, not on particular user, but aggregate information, and other functionalities that now are back-end functionalities, and we have to access on database, directly on the database. But if we want in future, we are able to add these functionalities to the administrator, but only for aggregate information to privacy and other policies, security policies. For example, here there is the page, source, and other information to obtain this kind of information.
So, for example, we can extract also how many times a certain word has been typed into the main banner, right?
Yes, it's possible to have this kind of information.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I have another question, Mario. I'm a user of the cloud, of the service in the marketplace. If I have a problem, there are a kind of ticketing, or for you manage the troubleshooting.
Yes, there is a section where a user can send feedbacks to administrator. Sorry, I switched to English. So I choose if is feedback, suggest, or alert, and enter a description to describe this kind of report type, send with our name to track who send this information comment, or send in anonymous manner to administration and send. In that way, the administrator can have a could have a functionalities to switch in English, to read the reports that we received on Marketplace. Thank you, Marco, for the question.
Thank you, Mario. Very good, very good. Pier Giuseppe.
Hi to everybody. I want to summarize the technical specification of this marketplace, and because I understand that there is a really need to do the traceability. We want to know who asks and what asks every time. Take in mind that if the service gives us to publish some resources, we can manage it and trace the usage and the answer or the question they are made on the dataset. But still, the service is not publishing the resources, is a competence of the service provider, of the scientific director of that project. Another thing is how to access the question that Emanuela made before. The idea is we just have a FOSS portal. Inside it, we need a link to this kind of marketplace that we can think as a shop, like an Amazon of a researcher. So in this case, it's very simple to link and to give the user only a unique address. We don't want that users switch from one address to another. We want a central portal in which there are the functionalities of this of the whole FOSS project. Last thing is the question that Giovanni takes to Rocco. How some services that are utilities like Rocco service can be used from a user, and what kind of data I can process. If the service exposes to the portal some services in input or in output, we can give this functionality published on the portal. If the service neither says to us how can be accessed and how can export data, it will be a function that is not traceable by us, but have to be traceable by the single service. The same time for the user can access to these services. The portal can say, okay, you are able to access to the portal, but not to access a single service, because this is a responsibility of the service provider, of the scientific director. That's all. Thank you for the attention.
So,
That's
Giuseppe,
perfect. Yes, thank you.
You say that there are no feedback from the services to the portal, from to the cloud, from future reporting to the performance of the service. Am I right? Yeah, Giuseppe?
No, I said that I cannot say in a single service who is using the service.
Okay, for
because the only thing
traceability.
that I can say, a user called this service to access to it. If
Okay,
inside the service he uses 1 time, 3 times, or 100 of files, is an information that is not exposed. But this is the message I would like to give to the service provider. The more you expose, the more we can manage and connect together. This is the real force of FOSS project, not the iron. The service that are running on the iron, and how this service can be connected to the external research projects in the world.
Okay, so I have the question. What are the feedback from the services to the cloud? In case we want to know a kind of reporting dashboard of performance of the cloud and the marketplace.
Or when we have the service published, we can see what kind of information have to be exposed or is nice to have exposed.
Okay.
Take in mind that sometimes we are working with sensitive data. So
Yeah.
I don't know how useful or allowed are the users, and they want to say, okay, I have to access to this kind of data. So the policy of exposing and publishing the information, also the usage, is something that have to be determined before the portal is in use and can be used also for external people.
My suggestion is why not to introduce a kind of customer satisfaction at the end of the service, a standard questionnaire from each service, just to know if the user has really concluded his study effectively. I don't know, maybe we can think about Mario and with the team of researchers about this, because it's very important to have this kind of feedback from the using the services. Okay, we
Yes.
can
I think it's a very good idea, and I think that these things we can report only on cloud computing infrastructure, but only once service. So in this case, we can add functionalities on FOSSR services. This kind of questionnaire.
Okay, I think that we are arriving to the end of this third session of FOSSR Days. Thank you so much to Mario and Rocco for our speakers of today, but all the teams in ICAR, in Naples, and not only in Naples, but in all the places in Italy that are developing our very technological heart of FOSSR. Very important tool that we are waiting from many months, Emanuela, Giovanni, to see something really functioning and working for us. Thank you again. But just to little wrap up of today, we saw the how cloud is working as administrators and can introduce a new service. And also all the 5 data centers that are now in final phase of building. And Rocco has presented a service inside the cloud, very easy to follow it. And so I think that we are really proud now to very soon show the cloud to the outside our community, and to propose to the stakeholder and the users, researchers, our main target for all the services that we are developed. Okay, thank you all the audience that are participated today, and we think that we can meet all together very soon in some kind of roadshow with FOSSR Cloud. Thank you very much, and have a nice Friday and weekend for all the people. Thank you. Thank you, the speakers.
Thank you. Thank you to all.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.